Hello, this is Milestone A for Mystic Realms, making a video on it. So on the milestone here, it's supposed to have 5 to 8 point of interest on the game map, and I do have like 5 right now. I didn't get it up to 8. I actually put some more time into the pit, so I brought up like part of my milestone B into here. A lot of it had to do with the complexity of the NPC dialogue systems. So I did not get like multiple multiple choice or option select boxes going up on that. I think I'm going to have to work with the tables and ditch the arrays. Other than that, I pretty much met at least everything I had laid out in milestone A. The other exception would be with cinematics and camera handling, because there's some issues with camera. There's also some things weird going on with sound. I will be following up with people and reporting on the issues I'm having. With that said, I'm looking over here. Footsteps is not active right now. I have some sort of event bubbling going. I did buy a whole humble bundle footstep package. Well, it was not footstep package. The whole sound effects bundle that they had. So, anyways, I'm kind of in a rush here, I guess. Looking over anything else. Yeah, some of the stuff I've managed to make kind of modular, especially for the trigger code on the NPCs. In terms of handling dialogue and quest. I'm going to go into the game, get straight into the meat and potatoes of things here. So yeah, this has been a really fun ride. And especially transitioning from like 3D into 2.5D. Alright. So, yeah, let's go up to this NPC right here, Holly. Go to the top of the slope here. The Mystic Tree will take you someplace special. Quest is Mystic Tree Teleport. That's part of the sound effects and pop-ups whenever a player's completed a quest. So I'm going to get out of here instead of like battling the frogs. Speed demo. Chamber transition. Okay, so these guys here. This is where like the single player control, because I do have it where you can hold down the mouse and run around. And then with these guys, we do a group select. Everybody all moves, or I can stand still, and if I select these guys, I can move them around. The camera's not moving around. The idea is that be able to use these units in the future in a puzzle game where I can position them on various platforms or whatever it takes to unlock. So, but pretty much have all this like figured out for the most part. This guy here, he's running. I can actually stop him. I won't do that right now. I did get these guys here using some of the same technology that I did for the NPC dialogue system, where they sense you. And this isn't using like regions at all. For that, I found regions to be rather taxing on the system. Uh-oh. Had a little bit of a lockup. But anyways, I'm coming back to her. Hurry, please stop the frogs are wrecking havoc in Mystic now. Kill 20 frogs at the swamp. So I do have this displaying as an extra courtesy right now. It's helping till I get some better UI in here. And I'm going to go up to here. This is the Nerva for the pit. I would say something smart and witty, but let me give you a quest instead. Survive five waves in the pit. So let me show this off. So this is an infinite wave spawning system. And as it progresses, the enemies and the mobs and the bosses get harder to fight. I still have a lot of balancing to do. I did put in here, these are totem heals. Totem pole healing units. I don't know what's going on my PC right now. It's not the game, it's my PC. So if there's any lag issues. So we're on wave 4. This is all easy right now. There's a harder mob that could be pulled out by random. So this will take from a list. It will randomly pull the bosses and the mobs out. There's a boss. Pretty weak, but hey, this ain't balanced. This is enough to get the everything going. So this should, because I'm on a quest mode, it's going to stop it. So the character here, the player character, I'm having violate the fourth wall. And actually, she'll talk to you when she dies. Go kill 40 in the pit, and that's quite a bit to be doing that over there. Not really needed. I'm just giving like a quick tour through here. Do have some pickup items. Speed tour. The guys that follow me already showed them. Speed tour. There's a quest I have open over there. And there's some more like pickup things for healing. Here's a new location on a game map. NPC over here. She'll say random things to you. She's actually doing quotes because she's a muse, and she's doing muse quotes right now. But I do have the quest system up and going. A give quest. And I made it where the modules are pretty easy to install, and the detection stuff. Again, they're not using like regions at all. I had to cut down on that. Found out that over when I was doing like those healing totem poles. Those are actually items, and they're not units or anything. I guess if I want to go kill 20 frogs, or I want to go kill a bunch of like 40 people, 40 in a mob there. I really try to work with like the, trying to work with the audio. Oh, there they are. But when she dies, she'll say some random thing. I have like it pulled from like a list of like 16 kind of humorous things. And leave the pit, everything despawns. And then these quest giving NPCs, when they run out of quests to give you, they'll actually start in and they'll have like random dialogue text, and they'll actually share some of the lore and a little bit of jokes and stuff here going on. I'm going to exit. Let's see. I'm trying to make this pretty concise and to the point. And without dragging out too much. So I know you guys are keeping pretty busy of everything. So I go into triggers. No, actually, I went back out. Go into object editor. There's NPC Holly, and so this is like all part with the trigger code. There's a reaction. So I did kind of modular player unit detection. So I was able to rip this module out and stuff it in those follower NPCs. And then there's like the reaction script. So whatever you want, whatever I want to program up in the reaction script segment module. And then I just have another like different storage for the random dialogues. And let's see. So that's pretty much like it with all these other ones here. Alright, let me bounce out of that and go into triggers. So I've expanded on this quite a bit. Footsteps is offline right now because I have some sort of event bubbling where the sound doesn't stop for them, even though I have the sound assigned up to the global variable. So there's like multiples on a global level getting assigned. I don't know what's going on there. NPC units, environment, and I did come up with like a format for some templates that I can reuse for things. I'm starting to save those. Quest. So this is like all the primary application logic. I do think I'm going to be going for a form of leveling on the player characters or the units. I'm really looking forward to how quickly I'm going to be able to jam stuff out. The only thing I'm thinking about going towards and ditching the arrays and going with the table system. I don't know how complex that's going to be, but that should be a heck of a lot better than working with the arrays. So let me take a quick look at my notes. Really quick, like see if there's something I didn't touch on. 5 to 8 point of interest places or locations. I do have 5. Probably would have been up to like 8 or so if I hadn't like pulled up the pit from the Milestone B. 5 to 10 playable objectives for a player. I have 5 on the map right now. Established working prototype. Trigger code functions support gameplay objectives and mechanics, including but not limited to dialogue system. Check. Quest giving completion system mechanics. NPC spawning systems as needed for combat. Check and check. Game asset spawning system where needed for performance or changes in the environment. Check. Interaction sequence logic triggered by events. Check. Especially when if you notice at the end of the quest over at the pit with the teleport, this general small sequencing stuff. Improved development familiarity workflow with the CliCli platform. 2D game design, been working away at that. Player character movement control, primary character and secondary helper units, check. Creation of baseline associated lore, storyline, storyboarding for the point of interest and objectives. That hasn't been really heavy, but there is some of that going on. Okay, another thing was create reusable code and functions, and like showing that off of what I have going on with the NPC Holly there. That's like an example of like reusable code that I can drag around. Hopefully I can refactor and make even more. Testing, prototyping, and updated player character and NPC units. Check. There's a lot more I want to do. Prototyping basic environment, audio, sound effects, perhaps music. I already have that going on. The only thing I don't like is when I'm leaving the areas, how I don't have any like programming control the fade the music. It just stops, especially if it's on a loop. And some of the loop music, the bigger files seem like they're broken. They'll only like play through once and that's it, even though I have them set up to loop. Review and adjustment of game design. Document roadmap milestone goals. Make a determination final decision regarding character level system. Yes, I will be incorporating that. It might not be a very grindy one, but I need to have that in here. I think is it EverQuest? You can. It's like a little bit. The leveling system takes a little bit longer to go at. Procurement, incorporation of footstep sound effects for player character. I have procured a whole boatload. I'm showing it here on video of stuff. And development of basic UI systems and layout. I do have real basic ones going on right now. I'd like to polish that stuff up. Looking forward to that. Prototyping, pick up items needed, destructible stuff, figuring out prototyping game save load states. I have been poking around at that a little bit. I have not gotten heavy into that. And so yeah, that covers everything in Milestone B. My Milestone B, my third list item was functional prototype of the Pit, a PvE combat arena, which features a unit wave spawning system, infinite waves, along with figuring out how to integrate some kind of leaderboard system, which is specific to the arena. The leaderboard thing, I'm throwing out the door. So I think I'm going to be going with a ranking system with achievements and tie that in. Yeah, so there's a heck of a lot going on. Thank you very much and have a great game.